Today, we are taking a deep dive into the secret love matching ritual that took place during the Renaissance.
Imagine a world where your place in society depended on finding the perfect partner and where love matches were secretly plotted in the most unexpected of places. All right, picture this. Renaissance Florence, the Republic Florence. A time of incredible art, culture, and yes, strategic love matches. Here's the scoop. In Florence, if you wanted to climb the social ladder, you had a few options. Marry a woman with a big dowry, secure a public office, get a top-notch education, or simply amass more wealth. But get this, the average woman would get married around 16 years old or younger and was expected to live only until about 30 years old. Men, on the other hand, typically got married around 30 or later. Crazy, right? This made marriage a high-stake game for families.
So, why did women have such a short lifespan?
The reason for these early marriages and shorter lifespans for women was largely due to the dangers of childbirth and the lack of medical knowledge at the time.
Now, you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with the layout of a church?
Well, during the Renaissance, churches always had a T-crossing design. Before the 13th century, churches didn't have this layout, and burial inside churches were typically reserved for kings and high clergy. You have to know that during Renaissance, people were super concerned about their souls and afterlife. But with the advent of the T-crossing, wealthy citizens could also buy chapels near the altar. This wasn't just a power move. Families believed being close to something sacred, like the altar, would boost the chances of salvation. And here's where it gets really interesting. These chapels weren't just for eternal rest. They were prime real estate for matchmaking. Let's talk about one stunning example, the Tornabuoni Chapel, located in the church of Santa Maria Novella. This chapel is renowned for its breathtaking frescoes by Domenico Ghirlandaio. These frescoes depict scenes from the lives of the Virgin Mary and Saint John the Baptist, blending religious themes with rich depictions of contemporary Florentine society. But wait, it gets juicier. Right in the heart of this masterpiece is a lady named Ludovica Tornabuoni. Art historians are convinced that she was strategically placed in the painting by her father, Giovanni Tornabuoni.
Why?
Because only the crème de la crème of Florence would pass by this part of the church, making it the perfect spot to showcase his daughter as the ideal bride. Genius, right? Giovanni was essentially advertising his daughter's virtues to potential high-status suitors. Oh, and here's a cool side fact. In the fresco depicting the meeting between the Virgin Mary and her cousin Elizabeth, you can spot 3 men. These figures are actually the first work of a 13-year-old Michelangelo, who was an apprentice in Ghirlandaio's workshop at the time. Speaking of Michelangelo, did you know that he went on to create some of the most iconic artworks in history? Think of his statue of David, carved from a single block of marble, stands as a symbol of strength and youthful beauty. And let's not forget the Sistine Chapel ceiling, where Michelangelo painted scenes from Genesis, including the famous creation of Adam. His work there is a testament to his incredible talent and vision.